Hello everyone, welcome to Yamaguchi Japan Speaking Tube Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Issa. This is episode 095. So today I will talk about something we cannot feel through the internet, especially the shopping or something. It is very difficult to know before the product delivered in your house, which is, for example, the texture. The most important thing, I think, texture. So, today I ordered their magnets or kanbachi data. I've already mentioned I have been created a lot of I have created their data for magnets and batches, and so especially the magnets are, I think people would buy my magnets and put them on their refrigerators. It sounds excellent, and I made the data. I would like to make them as my artwork, not just for the something souvenir, not just souvenir. They must be. I believe they must be artwork. So, the data, the creating the data has been finished, and I ordered the company which is specialized to make batches and magnets, and also I ordered another company which is more I think more bigger company, and I ordered the bigger one to make some A4 size flyer. It's kind of just one paper brochure. So the big problem is I can image kanbachis and magnets. To be honest, the company in advance I asked the company to send samples. So I have a sample. The samples, so I can check their shape and their the texture or something. But I ordered the A4 size flyer, A4 size paper, mini poster. It is big trouble to choose paper. Which paper is better for my poster? So, and I would like to. I want the sample of all of the papers they deal with, but I don't have, unfortunately, now. So, and I aware it is very difficult to tell this paper is the texture of this paper is like that. This paper has this texture or something on the thickness. We cannot big trouble to understand or to feel that kind of information through the internet. And I think their samples a real object, as a real object, samples of the necessary, absolutely necessary item. If I were a professional designer, and if I frequently ordered that kind of materials, printed materials, to make printed materials, but not, to be honest. So it is very big trouble, and the texture is, I think the texture is much more important and very important factors to recognize or to make atmosphere or something. For example, you already know I have been studying English for a long time, and so in Japan there are a lot of so many books related for studying English. For example, there are the vocabulary books. Vocabulary books are these vocabulary books are for some specific examinations. This vocabulary book is for beginners, for junior high school students, for their adults who want to restart to learning English or something. This vocabulary books for the medical related people, professionals or something. I think plenty of them. And when I choose the vocabulary books, the contents, the level, this level is intermediate, upper intermediate, or something very advanced, or something. I think so. It's very, it's important, and but also I feel the texture of the paper, how the thickness is like that or something, or the how to bend. Is it easy to bend, or is it hard to bend or something? And of course the texture is very very thick, but the texture is very rough or something. There is a lot of variations, and I depend on the situation, depend on the materials. I prefer different type of texture. For example, the vocabulary book, I like very thin paper, and so not thick paper is very I don't like that kind of thick one, because it's very difficult to explain, but it's depend on how to hold their vocabulary book, or maybe that kind mainly because that factor is very affect for my preference. But however, for example, there are the other materials, the past examination books, books of past examination, or a specific examination. I mean, I like that kind of book which have the more thick paper, I used made of more thick paper. And how about notebooks? I like thin, but a little bit the rough one. So, and of course it is very good for to write on that paper. Very smooth, too much smooth paper. I cannot use write with by pencil. I usually use pencil. So if it is suitable for the pencil or not is a very important factor to choose notebooks. And I think the textbooks for studying, but just reading materials, for example novels and or other materials, there some kind of magazines. The smooth paper is better, I think. And maybe depend on that. I think the size is also affects their preference, how thickness, how roughness. It is very. Some people don't mention that factor to choose their materials, textbooks for studying, but I'm sure and I aware it largely affect for people to choose the textbooks. I think that it's very important, and we cannot we cannot examine that point, that factor through the internet. There is some kind of limit of the internet for now. Okay. Thank you for listening to Speaking Tube Radio. Have a nice day. Balete.